Dak Prescott has made 2 Pro Bowls in his first 3 years in the league and has even won Offensive Rookie of the Year. He's quickly cemented himself as a solid NFL quarterback, but back in the 2016 NFL Draft, he wasn't taken until the 135th pick in the 4th round. He was the 8th quarterback taken, and today we're going to talk about the 7 quarterbacks selected ahead of him and how their careers are going so far. If you plan on going to any events coming up, make sure you use SeatGeek to purchase your tickets. SeatGeek makes ticket buying easy by giving you a 1 to 10 score and even gives you a view of your seat.
You can use our code JDP at checkout to get $20 off your first purchase. Again, make sure to use SeatGeek when buying tickets and use code JDP at checkout for $20 off your first purchase. Let's get right back to the video.
Before we jump into those taken before Dak, let's look at how he's gotten to where he is today. Dak attended Houghton High School in Louisiana, where as a senior, he had 2,860 yards and 39 touchdowns, along with 951 yards and 19 touchdowns rushing. He decided to attend Mississippi State, where he was redshirted as a true freshman. He was the backup the following year behind Tyler Russell. Russell suffered a concussion during the next season, which let Dak take over. He had 3,449 yards and 10 touchdowns, leading Mississippi State to a 44-7 Liberty Bowl victory over Rice. Dak started all of the 2014 season, going 10-2 in the regular season, and helping Mississippi State rank number 1 for the first time in school history. He threw for 3,449 yards and 27 touchdowns. Dak continued to improve as a senior and passed for 3,793 yards and 29 touchdowns. His passing ability improved throughout college, but there was always another great part of his game: his rushing ability. In college, he had 2,521 yards and 41 touchdowns. At the 2016 NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys wanted to get someone to develop behind the aging quarterback Tony Romo. After failing to land Paxton Lynch or Connor Cook in a trade-up, they took Dak, and the rest is history. Dak was supposed to be a long-term project, but after Romo went down with an injury in the preseason, he earned the starting job. He and running back Ezekiel Elliott led the Cowboys to a 13-3 record. Dak had 3,667 yards and a 67.8 completion percentage, and a 23-4 touchdown-to-interception ratio. The next year, Dak took a bit of a step back, a lot due to the suspension of Ezekiel Elliott. His stats dropped to 3,324 yards, a 62.8 completion percentage, and a 22-13 touchdown-to-interception ratio, and he added 3 scores on the ground. The Cowboys went 9-7 and missed the playoffs. In 2018, Dak returned to rookie form and saw improvements with new wide receiver Amari Cooper. The Cowboys went 10-6 and won a playoff game. Dak had 3,885 yards, a 67.7 completion percentage, and a 22-8 touchdown-interception ratio. Despite being a mobile quarterback with 944 yards in his career, Dak has never missed a single game. He's now poised to get a huge contract extension in the near future. With the first overall pick in the 2016 NFL Draft, the Los Angeles Rams selected Jared Goff out of California. As a junior at California, Goff had 4,714 yards and 43 touchdowns. After a poor rookie year under head coach Jeff Fisher, since he's had head coach Sean McVay and has made the Pro Bowl every year with McVay. Last season, Goff had 4,688 yards and 32 touchdowns as the Rams went to play in the Super Bowl. Goff has shown to be a capable quarterback, but you could argue that Dak is better. Second overall, the Philadelphia Eagles took North Dakota State quarterback Carson Wentz. Wentz and Dak currently have a rivalry, both playing in the NFC East for the Eagles and the Cowboys. Wentz led North Dakota State to a 15-1 record, throwing for 3,111 yards and 25 touchdowns. Unfortunately, he suffered a broken wrist in his senior year, a recurring trend in his career so far. Wentz took some time to settle in as a rookie, and in his sophomore season, he led the Eagles to an 11-2 record behind his 3,074 yards and 33 touchdowns. He then went down with the torn ACL, but the Eagles went on to win the Super Bowl behind quarterback Nick Foles. Wentz played in 11 games in 2018 and suffered from a back injury. He has a high ceiling and has shown to be the most talented quarterback in the class when he's healthy. His high ceiling landed him a huge $128 million contract, but Wentz just hasn't been able to stay healthy in the league. He's a very capable quarterback, and you could argue that he has more talent than Dak, but his numbers haven't been there, and he just hasn't been able to stay on the field. With the 26th pick, the Denver Broncos selected Memphis quarterback Paxton Lynch. Lynch, who is known for being tall at 6'7", had 3,776 yards and 28 touchdowns as a senior at Memphis. He finished his rookie season with 2 touchdowns and 497 yards. He got injured and had 2 touchdowns and 295 yards the following season. season. The Broncos cut the first-round disappointment after just 2 years. He recently signed with the Seattle Seahawks. Paxton is just not a very capable quarterback. I don't think he's really going to find himself back in the league, and it won't be anything bigger than a backup role if he does. The man, the myth, the legend, Christian Hackenberg was taken by the New York Jets 51st in the second round after his time at Penn State. As a senior, Hackenberg had 16 touchdowns and 2,386 yards. He is still yet to play a game in the NFL. He could never outperform the other quarterbacks around him and was traded to the Raiders. He was then released, and the same ending has occurred with his next NFL stops with the Eagles and the Bengals. He most recently played for the Memphis Express and failed in the AAF League as well. Hackenberg has just simply underperformed everywhere he's gone and just probably will never find himself back on an NFL roster. NC State quarterback Jacoby Brissett was taken 9th. The Cleveland Browns took USC quarterback Cody Kessler with the 93rd pick in the 3rd round. Kessler had a slightly down senior year at USC after a monster 3,826-yard, 39-touchdown junior year. He spent his first 2 years with the horrid Browns, throwing for 6 touchdowns and 3 interceptions in their brutal 1-31 2-year stretch. Kessler was traded to the Jaguars, where he started in 4 games in 2018, throwing 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. He was released and then signed with the Eagles. He just hasn't been that great in the league, but you could argue he's a solid backup. Taken 100th overall in the 4th round, the Oakland Raiders selected Connor Cook from Michigan State. As a junior at Michigan State, Cook threw for 3,131 yards and 24 touchdowns. Cook first hit the field in the final game of the regular season as a rookie after Derek Carr was injured prior with a broken fibula, and then backup Matt McGloin went down with a shoulder injury. He played in the postseason as a starter due to injury and threw 1 touchdown and 3 interceptions, and he hasn't played a snap in the league since. He was released by the Raiders, and he's bounced around a little bit to practice squads, but he hasn't made it back on a roster. Cook really hasn't seen a lot of chances, but he just hasn't been good in his time. Dak has had a lot of surprise success in the league that would make you wonder if it would be the same on another team. Dak landed into a great position behind a top offensive line and a rookie stud in Ezekiel Elliott. Dak benefited and still has from the pieces around him. At the end of the day, he's been solid and a dependable quarterback. He's shown he's an NFL starting caliber quarterback and should be a starter for years to come. The Cowboys should be thanking their lucky stars every day that they missed out on Paxton Lynch and Connor Cook and somehow ended up with Dak. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. My name is Jackson.
And my name is Darren, and this is J&D Productions. So if you don't already know what type of videos we basically make videos revolving around sports. We eventually want to work to make this our full-time job, and we're working really hard currently to make great content for you guys.
And if there's anything you can do to help us, please share this video. Tell your friends about it, tell your family about it. Make sure you go share it on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, any of those above.
All
just
media.
Go help us grow. We're just trying to grow this channel. We're trying to make better content, and we really appreciate it if you help get the word out about our channel.
And if you guys want to help us out any more than you already have by sharing and watching this video, please go ahead and click that link down in the description for Patreon. If you guys don't know what a Patreon is, it helps us make better content for you guys. And that is strictly what it's for. We don't want to take your money. We don't want to steal your money. We just want to make better content for you guys. We're 2 broke college students, and we're just trying to make this our full-time gig. So if you have the generosity in your hearts to help us out a little bit more, please click that link down in the description.
But again, if you don't have the money, don't worry about it. We don't have money either. But again, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you go share this video as much as you possibly can. Help us get our name out there. And thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.